First
Yeah, in a
in
cement
Spain.
factory in Spain.
Cement factory.
No, he thought it was arty. Look at that's quite
Was he
nice.
taking black
And these are all kind of. Oh look, that's for my first shoot as well. That's horrible. Look, isn't that a classic? You know, wrap up warm with Geri.
For winter.
This is the one that I sent to Beverly Goodway of Patreon, and then he wanted to shoot me. Like, hi, look at my boobs.
You're so lucky to have a set.
As she says,
that sounds nice.
so much rejection in terms of her attempts to actually make it for years and years and years, where she got nearly jobs, almost jobs. She nearly got jobs presenting television. She nearly won sort of modelling contracts. All those sorts of things. And each time, she had so much rejection. Most people would have given up. They would have basically given up in a flood of tears and walked away and settled down. But she was so desperate to be famous, so desperate to make it, she persevered. And is the first to admit that she didn't have the strongest voice in the Spice Girls. She wasn't the best dancer, but she was the motivator that drove them onwards when no one believed in them.
Fans began arriving mid-afternoon for this, the last date on the Spice Girls World Tour. They could be in for a surprise too. Not only will they get to see baby, scary, posh and sporty, but former Ginger Spice Geri Halliwell is rumoured to be putting in an appearance on stage later.
Please, yes, please. We want Geri back. Geri, come back.
I read in a Sunday Times paper in this interview, and it quoted Melanie B quote, we're stronger than ever since Geri's left. We don't need her anymore. And to be honest, that says it absolutely all. That says absolutely everything. We don't need her anymore. None of it seems real. I don't know what's happened and just... What do you think?
I think it's quite important to confront certain emotions. You know, it's a bit like why there's no need for a funeral when somebody's died. It's a kind of formal way of saying this is gone. And in a way, sometimes I think you spend too much time in denial, saying it doesn't matter, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I suppose because it matters, you know. But then sometimes I question what I'm crying about.
What are the options? What could it be?
You know, sometimes I think people use sad events in their life and they're crying about something completely different.
Heaven knows I'm less than perfect, baby. But I don't, but I know I'm good at. But I know I'm good at. Baby. But I know I'm good.
Shit, is this getting any better?
Thick, baby.
Okay.
Baby.
What is it?
I know what it's about. It's about low self-esteem, not feeling good enough about yourself.
Ah, why don't you feel good enough about yourself?
I don't know. No, just at school, you know, in school plays and things like that, I was always the bloody donkey or the shepherd. I was never Mary or baby Jesus. That's what's my motivation now. I remember when I went to girls' grammar school in the first year, the first years are blocked off, and I was I always felt that I was the symbolic poor kid that was allowed in. And I remember this English teacher, she's probably not alive anymore, and it was Mrs. Case. She said to me, Geri, you are awfully lucky to be here, awfully lucky among all these other girls, and that obviously come from privileged backgrounds. And I just thought, I've always been told that, but I think I was messing around or not learning, or, I've always been told you're not smart enough, or you shouldn't be here, or... Yeah, totally.
Yeah, he's 16 years old now. Oh. Yeah, the old fella, aren't you?
See, they're grateful, you see. You can't beat a grateful dog. They're just so loyal. And they're true. There you have it. First of all, at the moment, I'm writing a book, okay? And it's like that. I've had the most funniest life. It really has, trying to be getting famous. Yeah. Okay, I've had 100 jobs. Yeah. I've tried everything. And it's, it's going to be real Bridget Jonesy kind of, very real and truthful. So that's the long-term plan. In the near future, I want to do, something like the Brits presenting. That'd be great, to lift my profile. I would like to get the James Bond baddie. I think that'd be brilliant if I could get that. And maybe a British comedy. And something else, just a few things, and really play off, music with film, that kind of thing. I don't think I'm going to go into television just yet. I think that would down-market me too early. I'm looking to, do something like Oprah or Cilla Black when I'm, I'd say, about 36, because I think, why would anyone want to take me seriously at 26, really?
But you don't, but without being, you don't, the answer is don't box yourself in either.
Absolutely.
Because you don't know.
Without wishing to be rude, if you're not a trained actress, how could you cope with the Bond part?
Oh, blag it. Oh, it's fine. She'll just pretend. That's what acting's about. Pretending. I'm always pretending.
The producers of the new Bond movie are looking for a female baddie, and Geri is going to meet them.
Mummy's money, Penny. No, wrong part. Stop it. Can you see my hairy legs on film? And my hair's falling out. Oh, no. I can do boxing and kickboxing, and I can do a European accent. So where are the diamonds, Mr. Bond?
Would you go all the way to get it?
What do you mean?
I mean, would you take anything off?
Oh, no. Oh, no. No. I've done all that. That's not me. Come on. When I told my brother and sister I didn't get the bump up, they went, oh, it doesn't matter, you get everything anyway. And I was like, oh, actually, that doesn't make me feel any better. And
what about your mum?
She doesn't really get it. Do you know what I mean? Actually, Sharon yesterday gave me some good advice.
Yeah,
and she said,
counsellor.
she was being my counsellor, and she saved me £90 on psychiatric help. I thought I was going to go to a shrink yesterday.
But she gave you a whole plate of donuts and a plate of cookies.
Yeah, she said eat them.
What did Sharon say that was so good?
She said, look, you weren't meant to get it. That's the whole point. It doesn't matter. This is irrelevant. And I came to the conclusion that I am. She said to me that.
Oh, Mummy's coming.
I am my own real life Bond girl. I am a real one.
No, she's gone nutty.
I need some bloody philosophical guru sitting there going, like in the Karate Kid, and he has a mentor. That's what I want. And I haven't got one.
But I honestly think that my theory, and I wonder what Janine thinks of this.
She's got to learn to love herself. She's got to learn to like herself.
And to look after herself.
Yeah. And really, at the end of the day, she's a very lucky girl.
I know I am.
Because she's, she's got everything going for her. She's got no big real problems, and she's got her health.
I know. I've got nothing. I would look at someone like me and go, you spoiled brat. Do you know what I mean? You don't realise how lucky you are.
Yeah.
I just want to be happy. What's the matter with me?
Sometimes you could have lots of material things. You could be very lonely. And a simple life, like like you, Jenny, you have your child and all
That's
that.
What I'm busy. Who am I discussing me like I'm so bloody important?
Maybe
Was
it's...
she like this with the Spice Girls?
Yeah. Worse. She was worse when she was with them. Definitely. She was away as well, so she couldn't see us. You know, a lot of the time she was in a hotel room in America with like a big fridge full of food, and she'd just be sitting there pigging out and ringing us up, you know, in a state.
Yeah, I think it's the loneliness. They're stuck in these flipping hotels. This is what I think is. Yeah.
I just think they're just living in like a different world. It's just not reality, is it? You've got everyone doing everything for you and all these parties with these show busy people. It's not nice. Everyone wants to be talking to the person that's most in at the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it's not real. They're not true friends, and, you know, it's just, I don't...
But what's real life then?
Well, yeah, I suppose that to them is real life, isn't it? You know, real life is just like, you know, normal, everyday, having kids, getting married, having children, getting your house, and that's all you work for. And you know, we do work really hard just to get, you know, your drive done or you have an extension.
And how's Geri's life different to that?
I think it's just that,
She's got not a very good social life, I don't think, at the minute, have you?
The United Nations agency responsible for sexual and reproductive health want Geri to be their goodwill ambassador.
I have to tell you this, okay? My mother is Spanish. She comes from, you know, a little tiny village, okay? And she's never going, oh, why can't you just be a teacher? That's what she said to me. For the first time in my life, my mother is proud of me when I told her this. I feel so, you don't realise this is one of the happiest days of my life. It really, really is. I am so excited. I'm so flattered that you asked me. I was kind of like, why me? What made you pick me?
We've been watching the media, obviously, as part of our role to watch the media over the last 4 or 5 months, and we felt we needed somebody with a very high profile to help us with an affinity for the issues. And if you'll pardon me, harking back to previous times, you were the founder of the words girl power, because that basically fundamentally is what the whole issue is about. It's about the empowerment of women and particularly young women.
We're calling the project 6,000,000,001, basically because next year on the 15th of June, 16th of June, I keep saying the 15th, the 6 billionth person will be born in the world.
That's obviously a date.
It's been designated, we don't know.
It's estimated by the UN that some 350 million couples around the world want to exercise their right to control their fertility but are unable to do so.
The average person doesn't have a clue what's going on. They read the Sun. They don't really know what's going on in Afghanistan or Uganda. They've got no idea. But then they can't. It's too much for them to pick up, you know, the Times or things like that to digest. I think what I've got is to be able to transcend it in a very digestible manner.
Get it over to them.
Yeah, that's all. That's the only thing I think I can offer.
So we'd be very happy if you're prepared to be quite frank and outspoken, as you said you like to be.
You know, everything's going right. But then, you know, I was thinking, oh, maybe I haven't got any friends. Is that what it is? You know, and I have got some really nice friends. You know, about 3, 4, I don't know. You know, and my sister's there and Alistair's there and it's great and whatever. But I just got this massive, you know, I don't mind working hard all week. But at the weekend I think, oh, it's the anticlimax of the weekend happens to me. Because I know there's nothing there. Do you know what I mean? When the work stops, I'm like, oh. It's like that. Every weekend I start crying. Oh.
Would you describe it as a void?
I don't know. I think everyone's got a void to a degree. If we really sit down, it's that unconnection with whatever, with God or with the world. But then maybe I was thinking maybe it's something more simpler than that. Maybe I just want some love in my life. The thing is, I can't just go and have a fickle, flippant snog with someone because there's no point. Because it will get blown out of proportions, you know, with the whole media thing. Do you know what I mean? The consequences, the repercussions are just not even worth it. Do you know what I mean? I can't go and... You know when you have a fling, you think, oh, God, why did I do that? And then you forget about it. You get a real, why did I do that? Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, oh, I'm not even going to go there. It's not even worth it. So I really feel really lonely.
Geri is going to the United Nations headquarters in New York to be briefed about her new job. But the story has been leaked to the press.
Geri, say why you've decided to take this job on with the UN and what it means to you.
I just wanted it's for the Times newspaper, okay? It's a nice story. It's in the Times today. Can we see one nice bit, Geri, please, for the Times?
No, we've done it for the Times already. Go through.
Geri.
Excuse me, can you go? Thank you.
They're just waiting for me to do something really odd, do you know what I mean? Lift a bag in... I want to
slip or something.
Yeah. You know the head UN guy, what's his name? Kohli Annan.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, they think that I'm meeting him and... Kofi Annan, that's it. Might be
Hi, Geri. We're from GMTV.
Come with us.
Hello, Geri. Tell us about your plans in New York for the UNFPA, would you? Can you talk about the UNFPA?
Looking forward to being an ambassador.
What do you think of it as an order?
How long are you going to be here?
Geri, please. Geri, oh man, what a rip.
I'm so excited and happy. Yeah, I feel almost tearful. Because it's just so brilliant. I'm here doing something I so want to do. It's so brilliant. It's like, God. And it's not every day you feel this happy, is it?
No.
That you really think, God, everything is going my way. Uh-oh, what's gonna go? No, I'm going to feel comfortable with this happiness. And life can always be like this. It could have been all so different. I knew this guy, his name was Ronnie, and he wanted me to sing with him in curry houses, singing Girl from Ipanema. Last night, I feel like I've got a job. Do you know, it gives you, people are unemployed, you get low self-esteem. And I suppose I feel like I've got a job and it's, you know, it does give you life meaning. This is going to give my life meaning. It so is.
What are you most nervous about today?
I suppose, to be honest, I am unconfident and I'm sure this is I'm going into a new area, you know, a new field. And it's like anything, when you start a new job, you don't know how to use the photocopier. And, you know, so I'm going to be talking about a subject that I'm learning. So, and obviously, they're very quick to criticise, she's just a, you know, a bimbo, blah, blah, blah. So, and I'm not.
So why are you doing it?
Because to do good. And then it doesn't matter, does it? Who gives a shit whether I'm rubbish or how I speak or if I stumble over my words and, you know, if I'm nervous or if everybody hates me. You know, if you just remember what you're doing it for, then you can get out of bed.
Do you think sometimes if you're doing good for others, it takes the pressure off the questions you ask yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. It really takes emphasis off yourself, whether you're good enough, I suppose.
Unfortunately, the UN have called an immediate press conference for which Geri has had no time to prepare.
It's like my main mission, my main plight. Can I use the word plight? Give me another word. My main
objective.
My main objective. Oh, that's too big a word. My main objective is to bring awareness to reproductive for the need of reproductive health care for undeveloped countries.
Ms Halliwell, are you in favour of abortion yourself?
I'm in favour of choice. I think that's a very personal decision and you can never say never. I'm in favour of healthcare. So I'm in favour of, this is such a delicate situation. I was going to say I'm in favour of pro-choice and pro-life. Apparently pro-life is the name of a real anti-abortion activist out here. I didn't know that, so I was going to blurt it out, and then all the nutty real pro-activists would have gone, yeah, she's on our side.
Don't you find the biggest nightmare is you're having to tread so carefully?
Yeah, absolutely.
Between all these people that could take offence.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to say, well, actually, you know, it's down to the individual woman, and I don't know what my opinion is.
We're here, Ambassador.
Ms. Ambassador.
Ms. Ambassador.
Welcome to the United Nations.
Oh, wow.
What is it that touches you more, the situation the 5.8 billion people are in regarding the illnesses, regarding other situations you just mentioned, your trip to South Africa, or is it the development at all, I mean the steady increase of the world's population that also increases their problems?
I think they're all interrelated, you know, population, but I think the thing that inspires me the most is empowerment of women. I believe that the Western world, women have, in the last 100 years, have come a long, long way, and I think women in underdeveloped countries deserve that same, you know, freedom and ability to have the right to choose. And on the bigger scale, that's going to benefit our world as a whole.
Do you think the fact you're no longer part of the group limits your ability to propagate the message of the Population Fund?
Well, I think, at the end of the day, I am famous, okay? Lots of people know who I am, and I am damn well going to use my fame positively. You know, if I can bring if I save one person's life just by awareness, I'm going to damn well do it. I don't care what, you know, whether I'm famous or enough. If just one person recognises me and thinks, well, actually, you know, it's going to bring attention, and that's good enough for me.
The United States owes a lot of money to the United Nations, over $1 billion.
Right.
And one of the reasons is there's a controversy right now over population-related issues, reproductive issues, and that's kind of the controversy. How do you feel about that? What do you think the United States government should do?
You know, there's a lot of pressure on the world as we have it. And, I mean, that's a field that, you know, give me 6 months, I'll give you a better answer. So at the moment, I'm not really equipped to answer that.
Yeah, can we cross thick? No. I got better than mine. No, it was excellent. Yeah. I mean, the last question's always a...
Never mind, you dealt with it very well. That was superb, it really was.
Where do you want your office? Where do you want it?
I've definitely got my job then.
What a breath of fresh air. Reckon, Board Secretary General.
How is she a breath of fresh air? How's she different from the others?
Oh, she's so vibrant, and she really is passionate and cares about the issues. And that's what we need, someone that can help us deliver the message.
We look forward to having as many allies as possible around the world, and especially allies who have good access to young people who are the future of our world, so that in the long run we will create more interest and more resources for the programs that we're supporting. So we welcome you very, very much.
Oh, thank you very much. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I've learnt a lot about Chapter 7, 5 nations, and they decide. And if it all goes wrong, we call in Chapter 7 with Geri Halliwell.
Bye, Geri.
Bye. Bye-bye. Good to meet you.
Thanks a lot.
Should we have a round of applause?
It was fantastic.
Wow. We all want to be a fairy, don't we?
There's so many things you want to be.
Oh, wow.
Hi.
Yes. Say hello. She's mesmerized right now. She's in shock. Shake her hand.
In shock.
Oh.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
Yeah? Is that for you?
Yeah, it's
oh my God. You're going to look gorgeous in that. You are going to look fantastic. You're going to a party? Or are you just going to run around in it? Oh, God, I wish I... How old are you? Oh, I want to be you now.
What are you doing here, Geri?
I love toys. I love it. I know what it is. I've looked into it psychologically because when I was a little kid, didn't have too many
toys.
No. Once I had a doll's house that my dad made, but I didn't have Christmases or birthdays when I was a little child.
Not at all?
No.
Why not?
Because my mother was a Jehovah's Witness for a couple of years, and also we were so poor we just went to jumble sales. So this is like, oh God. You know when I write a letter?
Yeah.
How does this work? Do I say, yours sincerely, Geri Halliwell, Ambassador? Hello? Okay, this was a Christmas. How does it work? Or do I Ambassador Geri? Or does it not count? I don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh dear. I'm just basically trying to use my fame to bring awareness to a cause that I believe in, and that's what they're doing, so they have my total admiration, respect to them.
You're also involved in the fight against breast cancer. Why?
Well, don't get excited, they're only from a Lure magazine. Oh, I got vaccines.
No, I just phoned my whole family, all of them. No,
Well, read that then, and you're happy.
It's okay. Well, that makes it better.
That's yesterday. Do you know what I mean? Today's Sky bit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's the one. This is the bit.
Yeah.
You know, me in front of at the UN talking. Do you know what I mean?
Have you spoken to them then?
No. Yes, I've spoken to all of them. I rang them all.
And none of them seen it?
None of them bothered to bloody watch it. You'd think they'd all be rushing round someone's house.
Were they more excited when you did music things?
No.
So it was the same. But they've got their own lives, Geri. I mean, everyone else is watching, put it that way. That's what makes it.
You wanted someone back at home. Wouldn't mean just someone back at home that you know. Because we're all here. I suppose if Tor wasn't here, I suppose I would have rung you. The Tor, did you see it?
Yeah.
But there's no one back at home. It always matters when it's home. Just someone to say, oh, I saw it.
Do you think she's a happy person at all?
No. Not at the moment. She has happy times, but it was like the other day when she was really excited. Because she felt happy and she doesn't normally, she was just so excited, wasn't she? At feeling happy, and you think, I thought it was really sad that it was such a big deal for her that she felt so happy that she wanted to literally stand up and shout, I'm so happy.
Would she be happier if she wasn't still trying to keep herself famous, do you think?
Yeah, ultimately, I think she would, because you're not striving for something and for constantly... Can you imagine checking the papers every morning to make sure everyone's accepting you the way you are and all that? That's hideous, isn't it? I mean, it's nothing worse. You just want to be... You know, you just should be accepted the way you are. But it's always wanting that kind of recognition. And so, yeah, she'd be happier if she just went and lived on a farm with a husband and 2 kids and, you know, all that. But it's not going to happen, is it? I suppose people that are happy in their lives normally don't have any ambition to dress up and be a whole different person because they're happy with the way they are.
Hello. Hi, sweetie. How are you?
I like that picture they had in the paper the other day with that big sign. I
don't suppose you take your glasses off just for one quick eat, then I'll go. No?
Thanks, sweetheart.
Bye.
I flipped through it.
There's my brother.
Can we say that? How are you?
Fine.
Good trip? Yeah, you're right.
Did you see any of it?
No, I didn't. Did you?
Yes, of course, I was there.
No, I didn't see any of it. I've,
Read anything in the paper?
no. I even missed Sky News. I've ordered it all on tape.